Good evening and welcome to Scare Tour's Sunday Synopsis for Sunday the 15th of August. Wow, it's been a really busy week. Obviously Friday the 13th, for the last one before Halloween, was 2 days ago. So there's been a lot of announcements there. There was also a lot of other things going on in the week. So we hope you're sitting comfortably. There's a lot to get through. Grab yourself a drink or something to eat, because it's going to take a while to get through all this. So we are going to start with, right at the start of the week, Chessington finally confirmed Creepy Cave's Resurgence. A few sites have been reporting that it was there, but that was still the old website, the old Chessington website. But they've now updated the website. Creepy Cave's Resurgence is coming back along with a new Witches show. The shows at Chessington are always great fun. What they've also teased are 4 different images, and this is obviously the ride's live experience like last year. You would have seen when we were at Chessington last year, they had live actors at different points throughout different rides, and then every now and then they would come together for a bit of a flash mob in the middle. So we're expecting more of that, and obviously they will make an announcement soon. In London, Apocalypse Events have said that they will now be reopening in September. As part of that, that will be the Zombie SWAT event and their Zombie Laser Tag event at Bunker 51. So it's been a good few years since we last went down to Apocalypse Events, so it's good to see them back open again. Another thing that was announced in London, we don't really know much about this. ScareTrack were promoting a room or an experience called Escape Haunt. It seems to be the guys from UK Haunters. You may remember there was a video or a film recently about scare attractions. It seems to be them tying up with a local escape room. So as soon as we get more details about that, we will let you know. This week also saw the big news that Alton Towers have announced their lineup. Now, interestingly, I think a lot of people were expecting a new scare maze, a new adult scare maze, but the lineup will see the return of Skin Snatchers, the Attic, Toxic Junkyard. We do believe the Toxic Junkyard will be slightly different, but we're not going to say any more about that. And the Darkest Depths has returned. Interestingly, the Darkest Depths is now part of the Scare package. And then what they've also added is Trick or Treat Town, which is a new experience where you go trick or treating. It's an indoor scare attraction, family scare experience. And we believe that's going to be over by the dungeon in that area of the park. So as soon as we get more about that, we will let you know. Obviously, Dr. Frights still haven't released all of their details of their world tour, but this week we got to reveal Grindhouse down in Mexico. So we've got the Killer Clowns in Spain, and we've got the Grindhouse down in Mexico. So there's only one, we had the Japanese one, so there's only one more location left to announce, and as soon as we get the details of that, we will share that. We also shared details of something called the Ghost Train Through the Countryside. Now this is a new event. We've just got a teaser. We've been promised the full details of it next week. But that is by the team who do the Train Through the Christmas Countryside. So it feels like it's a bit of a family event, but and the logo is a bit family friendly. But, you know, they're saying there is going to be a scare attraction or scare element to it. So as soon as we get the details, hopefully this week, we will share that. This week saw a new trailer for Doncaster Fear Factory. Obviously, they've been off for about 4 or 5 years, so they are coming back with a big new event this year. Another new trailer was for Terra Mountain. We released the new trailer that reveals that there's going to be one new attraction. We are aware of which attraction is being replaced. But as soon as that is publicly available, we will share that with you. But there will be one new attraction at Terra Mountain in Wales. Another event announcing attractions this year this week is Kent Scareground. So they'd already announced World of Fear, their first attraction, but they're now announcing Camp Slaughter. Feels like it's going to be an indoor-outdoor event. They have changed location. They were going to be in the Kent Showground. They are now at a farm near the M25. So maybe they've got access to some woodland now and they could do that. But more details, and their website will be coming soon. I do understand their website is coming very soon. In an unusual reveal, Thorpe Park normally drop all of their news in one go. We are still waiting for the full lineup of Thorpe Park Fright Nights, but they did confirm to Merlin pass holders that the Crows, the roaming actors from last year, will be returning. So as soon as we get the rest of the lineup, we will let you know. Obviously, we have hired all of the Thorpe Park Fright Night events for ScareCON Aftershock, so we will be looking forward to being able to announce what is going to come to the park this year. Talking of theme parks, so Twin Lakes theme park, which is obviously the home to Xtreme Scream Park, their tickets went on sale, and they have announced a new scare zone called the Unfair Fun Fair. Now, their event has been running for several years, and they used to have a curtains maze which had clowns in. We haven't seen the clowns for a couple of years. They're always really good fun at the event, so it's great to see the clowns back. And yeah, they will be in their own scare zone alongside the other mazes, and of course the new scare maze that was announced for this year. Scare Zone up in Northallerton. They are a charity event. They have announced over this weekend pre-sale tickets, including a deal to get a burger and whatever. So they are a pretty popular charity event. So if you do want to give them a chance, do go and have a look. I have just turned over the page because I've got another whole sheet of information to release. So Frightmare have confirmed this week they are going to run the full Frightmare event, not the walk like they did before. So the dates have been revealed and tickets. It looks like the lineup is exactly the same as before. The Offering, Seance, Wonderland, the Haunted Hayride, the Carvinal. But yeah, it's good to know that they are coming back with the full event and not the walk like they did before. Farmaggedon announced a 1 week sale, so there's a 13% off your tickets for Farmaggedon. So if you are interested in getting to Farmaggedon, grab that ticket, grab one of those tickets now until Friday, August the 20th. So months ago, we teased that there was a new event coming to Hever Castle or Hever Castle in Kent. We were able to now confirm that it is Halloween Scream at Hever Castle. The two mazes there are going to be the 13th Frame and Substratum. These mazes have been created by the team behind Atmosphere Scare Entertainment, and yeah, the dates for the event are up now, and then obviously the tickets will go on sale. I think actually the tickets are on sale now, so do go and check that out. Brand new event. Actually, it's quite close to Tulleys. Although it's in Kent, it's actually closer to Tulleys than you might think. This week also saw the launch of the wristbands for Fear Island at Fantasy Island. They'd already announced their 4 or 5 attractions. Obviously, there was a fire a couple of weeks ago in the Killer Villa, so hopefully that's been repaired and that will still be there. But yeah, their tickets are on sale, and their event dates have been up on their website for quite a while. So in a bit of a cheeky announcement, Tulleys revealed the name of their new attraction. I don't know if anyone else picked up on it. So Tulleys have announced an attraction called the Island, and they're describing it as an island like no other. Sounds very similar to a phrase that Thorpe Park used, so it will be interesting to see if Thorpe Park come back when they announce their things with "We Dare You," which is Tully's sort of catchphrase. So yeah, quite interesting. But the island looks quite interesting. It's obviously a makeover of the Reckoning or the Colony, but it's good to see there is a new attraction there. Some people may not know this. After Wastelands Penitentiary opened, they were going to open Wastelands Hospital, which was going to be an extension of the penitentiary, and that was going to be the new maze for last year. But obviously with COVID, it was decided that probably making a scare attraction about people dying in hospital is probably not the best idea. So we've now got the Island. Another thing that we announced way back at the start of the year, back in March, was when we went to Oakwood, the poster was up to say what the new attractions are for this year. But they've now confirmed that with the dates on their website. So Oakwood will be presenting Alone, Dismantled, Teddy Bear's Picnic, and the return of Witch Hunt, which is their permanent maze which sits in the park. And amongst all the good news, we've also had some bad news. So Brocksbushes have confirmed in a reply to a tweet that they will be having no event this year. They're just going to be doing pumpkin carving. We went a couple of years ago. It's a fun event. It's not a huge event, but yeah, they've obviously taken the decision not to open because of COVID. A slight surprise announcement was something new for Stockeld Park. So we were aware that the Halloween event at Stockeld Park is no longer going to happen. And we may see elements of that turn up at another scare event. I'm not going to say where. But we knew the event wasn't going to happen. But they've just announced the basement escape room. Now, it looks like this is going to be in the farmhouse building, the deserted farmhouse building, that was used as a scare maze in the past, and is actually a terrifyingly spooky building. We got really, really scared a couple of years ago and actually won an award. It won a scare award for it. So an escape room in the basement of that sounds really exciting. But as I said, there's no, as far as we're aware, there's no other Halloween events happening at Stockeld Park. One of the last things to be announced on Friday was Spooky World. They've announced their returning lineup. Their tickets are on sale, and they also have a brand new website, and it's so much nicer than the last website. The last website used to just have pages and pages of words. It was really difficult to find your way around. You've got a much cleaner website. Do have a look at that. We had a great time at Spooky World last year. We hadn't been for a good few years, but yeah, we had a really good time. The team behind it are very passionate about what they do, so do have a look at that. Although their lineup remains unchanged. Although they don't mention the Tunnel of Terror anymore, but that was one thing that we hated due to COVID. We'd spent a whole night being told to stand apart from each other, and then they squeezed everybody into one room. We've also had a new date added to Zombie Escape by Guerrilla Complete Events. And that's up in Scotland. So we confirmed the location a couple of weeks ago, but we've now got a new date for that. You may also have seen in the middle of all the news of what was going on Friday, we got some new feedback about the London Bridge experience. So some readers of ours were there, and it's changed around quite a lot. All the historical stories, the scenes that were at the top, have been removed. When you now go into the attraction, you immediately go down into the basement. The historical attractions are there: Boudicca, the bridge, the burning of the Great Fire of London. Excuse me. And then there's a Jack the Ripper scene, and that sort of immediately leads into the tombs. There's not such a big delineation between the two. You just sort of go from the main London Bridge experience into the London tombs. You experience a lot of the attraction the other way round, so you actually come out where the construction workers were, where you first went in after the elevator, because upstairs you've got the new Bermondsey Beer Keller, and of course you've got the ice cream shop. The attention to detail and the sets and everything are still as amazing as ever, and it's a really creepy atmosphere. It's very scary down there, but it's interesting how much work has been done over the lockdown period, and now they are only running on a short season at the moment. They're only running till dates in September, and only running weekends. So we wish the team there at LBE all the best, and hope that they can get back to full daily operation very soon. We've also seen some new teasers in the last couple of hours. So Walibi Holland Fright Nights have confirmed that they are back. We've always had a good time there. So they were obviously the unfortunate event that got cancelled within the first night due to COVID last year. So they are planning to come back. And we've also got the teaser trailer for Filmstadt, Bavaria, which is a film studio in Bavaria, in Germany, where they filmed some big films like Das Boot and stuff like that, and they're doing a big Halloween event, it's about a 100-minute attraction with like 30 scare actors all the way around it, so that looks good fun. On the main website, we've got our review of The Dentist at London Dungeon. It's a new scene in the pop-up scene. Really quite gory. A lot of detail about tooth extraction and the tools used. So if you're squeamish, you may not want to go, or you may not want to like it. Obviously, there are some jump scares and everything along the way. We've also finally got the review of Scream Camp. Tim went a couple of weeks ago, and we've got that review up, and it's good to see that they've made a lot of changes since we last visited in 2019. Finally, we mentioned it earlier, ScareCON Aftershock. We are now over 60% sold out for ScareCON Aftershock at Thorpe Park. We have got strictly limited numbers because we want to make sure that you are able to do all the mazes multiple times and all the scare attractions and all the scare zones multiple times in the 3 hours you've got that night. So if you are interested in coming to ScareCON Aftershock on November the 4th, it's in the evening. I've had a few people haven't seen on the website that it's an evening event because it's obviously midweek. So it starts about 6 o'clock, runs till 9, and then we've got the party afterwards. So if you are interested and you do want to come, these tickets are going to sell out. So that's it. I told you there was going to be a lot this week. Obviously, there's still a lot more to come. We've still got a list of attractions that haven't yet announced what they're doing for this year. We also are aware of a couple of attractions that are still yet to announce that in different parts of the area, in different parts of the UK, that we weren't even expecting to see scare events. So as soon as we have those, we will bring them to you. Obviously, we will bring you the latest listings. The Scare Tour listings are now completely up to date with all the latest announcements. We update those on a regular basis. Obviously, our social media is the immediate, quickest way to follow us. And don't forget, I've got to say it, like and subscribe so you get these videos directly into your inbox. But with that, we're going to sign off. It's really beginning to look a lot like Halloween. Such an exciting week of news and everything. So with that, we're going to sign off, and we will see you next week. And have a scary week. Goodbye.